Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Jason Pizzino. Let's dive into Ripple again. Today we're keeping up with the progress of Ripple after the SEC lawsuit announcement. Today we find ourselves trading closer to yesterday's low, and I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart. I'm not interested in the US dollar chart just yet. We want to see how our Bitcoin value is doing against Ripple. Now, yesterday's volume was pretty decent. It is starting to slow. So what I'm wondering is whether we are starting to see stopping volume. Basically, we've got the day around the announcements back on the 23rd of December. Huge volume. I'm looking at Binance. So this has one of the highest volumes of XRP trading against Bitcoin. So that's why this chart is important. Yesterday's volume is also very high, but it is starting to slow, meaning that the market is slowing down as we are falling, and the volume isn't as high as that first, basically, you could call it capitulation day. So that's why we're keeping a closer eye on this to find out whether this is going to get closer to a low. Maybe it could be a good trade in the future. Full disclosure, I don't own any XRP. I don't intend on owning XRP. I just think it's a very interesting one to cover, to see how it is playing out and to learn from the charts, because too many times we get caught up emotionally with news. And I do have a lot of viewers who are interested in this coin and want to track it. And they're not just XRP fanboys who will buy the thing at any cost and say, I'm holding it forever. All right, so there are legitimate people who are wanting to know more information about this. So that's why we're keeping track of XRP BTC value. We have highlighted in previous videos that the cutoff point is if this thing goes below 400 sats. For me, cutoff was when it broke below these levels here, 1600. But the absolute worst case scenario, now we have to come across to a chart that has more data, and that is not Binance. It's probably going to be Bittrex. Now we've got to put on a weekly time frame. That's the low back here before we took off in early 2017. So those lows are around 428 sats, 461. You can see I'm just looking at the top here. Now, if it breaks below that, this thing is in trouble for who knows how long. You don't want to see all-time lows being broken, especially on bad news as well. So we've already broken this low and we're far beneath that. The best case scenario for XRP is if it can find a support area very soon and bounce back, and then it needs to close above 1500 or 1600 would be better, because that was the low set before it pumped on that Spark token news. So that's the best case scenario. Right now it is looking extremely sick, and at this rate I think it'll probably come down and at least test those 400 sat levels. I've got my alerts set at around 600 because that is the low for the week so far. Got another 4 days to go. With that said, let's have a look at XRP USD. That looks like it's just broken down again. We have a low of 16.8 cents. Again, I'm just checking the pricing up here. So for this week, it's at 16.79. Call it 16.8. Bring it down to a daily chart. Again, similar sort of pattern. High volume on the news announcements. Volume is starting to drop and the price is not falling as fast as it did. So this could be stopping volume. We might see a bottom soon, we might not. Now, I'll show you an example of where this stopping volume, it looked like it should have stopped, but it didn't. CRO got absolutely annihilated earlier this year, even just a few months ago, when they changed their 20% interest return rates per annum down to about 6%. And it just started dumping. Everyone just started dumping off their CRO tokens. That's crypto.com. And it looked like we were getting some stopping volume through here. So if I can zoom in for you, there you go. You've got some higher volume. You can see it increasing here. Zooming out, increasing in volume. Maybe it was stopping. It didn't. It just looked like it was grinding its way higher for just a few days, just probably a week. And that's taken off again. And that was at around 380, 400 sats. We're currently at 200. So it lost another 50% of its Bitcoin value, even though its US dollar value didn't change too much. It went from about 6.5 maybe 7 cents, and we're currently sitting at around 5.9 cents, call it 6 cents. So it's only lost about a cent, but in terms of its Bitcoin value, it's just been annihilated again, even after we thought maybe we were seeing a bottoming pattern. Not yet. Volume is increasing again, but it's just sliding and sliding and sliding. Who knows where this thing is going to end up? If Bitcoin continues further up, we could see this fall further just to keep pace with its US dollar value. And that's why I bring up Ripple against its Bitcoin value, because you could just be losing all of your Bitcoin value just to maintain a US dollar value. So you're seeing no return on your money, you're seeing no return, you're seeing losses on your Bitcoin, and the shitcoin that you hold is just sitting there and doing nothing. Maybe it'll come back in years to come, months to come, who knows. But I would not be getting excited about a 50% pump from here after nothing has happened. 50% brings us to 34 cents. 200%, I wouldn't even be happy about a 200% to 70 cents because Ripple has been such a letdown since 2017, call it early 2018. So nearly 3 years there's been nothing happening with Ripple. Not to say it can't come back, hit 10 bucks in the future, who knows. But right now it's one of the worst performing cryptocurrencies in the majors, especially when you've got the likes of the smart contract coins going up. You saw my video yesterday, we talked about Polkadot. Good on you guys, whoever got into that. I definitely bought my extra stack because I'm already in Polkadot. So let's have a quick look at that as well. Polkadot, $7 and a bit. We've broken these highs. There's not enough data for me to really feel that there's a lot of confirmation above here, but nonetheless, that was a breakout signal for me, so that's why I made the video yesterday. 650, the breakout was at around 630-ish, 620, breaking of these highs. Better signal was the breaking of those highs. Good on you guys, whoever was looking at that. DOT's Bitcoin value is also way up. This is the new DOT. That's the old DOT pricing. It was a 1-for-100 split, so don't worry about that old data. This is the data we want to have a look at here. So maybe we're going to see a pump and it fade again. Who knows? But at the moment, that's looking pretty good. So even if we bought up down here at around that 20,000 sats, a good buy. So let's wrap it up on XRP. Basically, we are going to continue tracking this along with the majors like you just saw. Check out the videos that I put out in the last few days as well, looking at Polkadot, Ethereum, and also Cardano. They're looking reasonably good. Polkadot was my pick out of those, so I added to my bag of Polkadot. XRP, yeah, it potentially we're seeing some stopping volume. Just yesterday's volume looks quite good on Bittrex with its value against Bitcoin. So maybe some stopping, maybe not. Today's not looking so good because if we break, that's the next thing to look at. If we break yesterday's low and close beneath it, probably pretty weak again. So 656 sats is the target. I've got my alert here. I'll let you guys see that at around 624 because I want to see it convincingly get underneath that level. XRP USD, it's just clicked over to 20 cents again on Poloniex. I'm using Poloniex because it has the most data. That's usually why I choose some of these charts. We need volume, but we also need historic data as well. Daily chart goes well and truly back to its beginnings, 2015 looks like. All right, so for the US dollar, I'll leave it there. We definitely don't want to see it break that March low, which was at around 11.5 cents. Oh, 9 cents on Poloniex. Let's zoom in just so we get that before we wrap it up. Yeah, 9.8 cents. We get below that and close, we're looking at well and truly beneath that. You can see it all the way back from the previous bull market. Some of these lows were set back here at around 3 cents, maybe that high there at 7 or 8 cents. All right, not looking too good for XRP. Maybe we'll see it settle here, maybe not. We'll figure it out in due course. If you guys want to pick up your cryptocurrencies in Australia, I've got links to Australian exchanges down below. You've got SwiftX down there and Independent Reserve. Check them out. You get yourself $10 free Bitcoin if you sign up and verify your account. You're a new user, of course. Guys, appreciate your time again on the videos. Let me know in the comments, what are you doing in regards to Ripple? And if you're not in Ripple, which is your next coin that you're liking the look of? And we'll check it out with the charts and seeing how we can add to it in terms of our overall investment portfolio, because that's what we look at here. Appreciate your time. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you at the next video. Until then, have more fun to get more done.